Good morning, or afternoon, or night, or midday, whatever time you happen to be watching this. We hope that you're having a good time. This is the second episode of the 86 LT250R build. Just want to jump in, give you a little project update real quick while we're watching me work an 8x speed. In this episode, we'll be taking off front bumper, rear grab bar, the whole front suspension as well as the stem. So I do have that put into about 8x speed across the vast majority of the video. It took us about 3 hours of filming to get all this done, and in order to get it down into a 15 to 25 minute clip, I sped a lot of it up. When we get into the more fun stuff, I will not use the speed up function or whatever you call it as much, but for this mostly boring stuff, just the lefty loosey righty tighty stuff, I'll probably use it, because personally I don't like watching somebody else just sit there and mess around with a ratchet the whole time. I just want to see it get done. So this one is sped up quite a bit. We do appreciate you guys following along with this build, as well as our last build, which was the KTM 300. We do have a couple more on deck. We have a P-Dub that is my son's, that is an 01 and hasn't been touched since 01. So we're going to be working on that a little bit when we get this one around to that stage where we can kind of set it aside real quick, waiting on parts. And then I also have that Sportster that's sitting in the back that we will be taking to a show. So we're going to be going over all the cleaning stuff is that with that, as well as, you know, cleaning up the carburetor, checking the fuel, doing all that other fun little stuff. So we do have those. I'm not sure what else we have on deck right now. It's usually just whatever we can kind of get our hands on is what we do. So we'll see. Speaking of that, we have been playing around with like a dual camera as well as a better microphone setup, just to kind of help improve our videos. So if you guys like the dual camera where you can kind of see two different things, or you don't like it, or you'd like to see more of it, please just let us know. You can either comment on here, reach out to us on social media, kind of let us know, because we don't know what everybody likes to see, you know. So if you could, that'd be great. Also, if you want to keep seeing these videos, please like them and subscribe so that you can see them all come out. It would definitely be awesome. We're trying to grow this channel so that eventually we can do cooler and cooler builds, although I don't really know how you get any cooler than a heyday of ATV racing ATV, but we have some other fun little stuff that we would have the ability to do. Other than that, we greatly appreciate everyone's support, not only on this build, but also just in Sunstar in general. It has been an absolute great time hearing all you guys talk about these different videos and what we should do and how we should go. The one thing that we do know about this is after we get the frame all cleaned up, we will send it to powder coating. You have probably noticed that there is a little bit of frame damage above the left shock. We will get that all cleaned up. I don't know how it got fixed before, but it's not the most aesthetically pleasing. So we'll get that all cleaned up. We'll probably gusset the frame a little bit, send it off to powder. We are also hand making A-arms for this thing. As you might have guessed, finding suspension parts for this is pretty few and far between. So we just decided, let's go ahead and make some. So that is actually the owner's son of the quad, Isaac. He's actually making some for us, so we might jump in there and do a little look-see at what he's got going on there. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off and let you guys watch me work faster than I have ever worked in my life. And these next episodes will be a little bit more fun, because the engine stand finally came in, so we'll be able to get that motor out and start chugging along on that here pretty quick. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us. Let us know how you guys like the editing and cinematography and what you don't like about it so that we can make some changes. We'll catch y'all at the end.